I would tell people, I'd ask them, how long are you here? And the answers would vary. Oh, I got 6 more months to do, or I got a year, or whatever. And I'd say, that's awesome. You're here for 6 more months, then you've got 6 months to work on being a better you. And they'd look at me like I was crazy. Well, what are you talking about? Oh, well, I am. No, what are you doing? Oh, I'm reading fiction. I'm reading this, or I'm playing dominoes, or I'm staying out of trouble. Like, staying out of trouble and staying the same, there's a huge difference between that and actually doing something to better yourself. You need to get outside your comfort zone. Spend those 6 months, do something every day, some type of personal development, reading something that's going to be putting positive messages in your mind. Do something to grow. And usually that means getting outside your comfort zone and being uncomfortable. If you do this every day for the next 6 months, you're going to leave here a different person. I guarantee you'll have a different mindset. But you can't stay comfortable and focused on the crap. You can't keep thinking the same thing. You can't keep doing the same things and stay comfortable, because all that leads to is a life of continued mediocrity. So then when you get out of here, you don't know anything different. So you're going to go back and do the same things you did before. You're going to go back to hanging around the same knucklehead losers who are trying to push dope on you. You're going to hang around the same girls who are trouble, who are running around cheating or doing whatever. You need to get away from all that. And the only way you're going to do that is if you start practicing that now. Start seeing other possibilities for yourself. Use your 6 months to do something positive. And I could say the same thing to people in the military. If you're in the service and you don't like your circumstances, man, and believe me, I know, I feel you. I spent my first 3 years at Wichita Falls, Shepherd Air Force Base, Wichita Falls. I was pissed. I put in for East Coast, I put in for West Coast. And in the Air Force, bing, I got Texas. I pissed and moaned and complained about how much I didn't like Wichita Falls for 3 years, until there came a day when I realized, you know what? I've got 1 more year to go. I am wasting my time complaining about being here when I could be getting something out of it. I don't want to get out of the service and say, oh, my 4 years sucked. And it occurred to me that whether or not my time was well spent wasn't up to the base commander. It wasn't up to my buddies on my flight in my unit. It was up to me. I started going into town with a different outlook. I started looking for things to enjoy. Instead of saying, this sucks and there's not much going on, and driving down the street and saying, oh, there's only this one theater. Oh, this is bad, that's bad. All I was doing was reaffirming my negative beliefs about where I was at and keeping myself in the mindset of being unhappy. Which is ridiculous, because if you spent half of that energy looking for stuff that's positive and reaffirming to yourself that, wow, there is stuff to do here. And even if there's not a lot of stuff to do here, I can still be spending my time in school. There's correspondence courses. I can be watching different kinds of movies, whatever. The bottom line is you're always going to find more of whatever you're looking for. So if you think your life sucks, if your situation sucks, if your morale's really crappy and that's all you're expecting out of life, you're going to find more of it. And you're always going to be pointing the finger at other people. It's always someone else's fault. It's always external. Unhappy people are almost always pointing the finger all around them as to explain why they're unhappy. Because it's their circumstances. And it's because of this. Oh, I didn't have that break. Or this person did this to me. Happy people take responsibility for their own lives and their own happiness. People that are happy, whose morale is good, those people are finding the positive things out there.